Well, hello dear friends, and welcome to another edition of Spillin the Tea. It's probably hard to believe by the background I have here, but it's April the 2nd, it's Holy Thursday, and although it feels more like a January day. I'm regularly out here. I'm filming this from Anderson's Cove. Perhaps my favorite place to go walk with the dogs is Hopal Falls. I normally park down by the New Harbour Barrens and walk into the falls that way. It's a beautiful walking trail along by a pond and then down to the waterfalls. When I was there a couple days ago, when it was a little warmer, I got to change hands. I can't. My hands are so cold. I was sitting in front of the waterfalls. And of course, my heart is fully into Holy Week and thinking about this central mystery of our faith. That not only the incarnation, not only that God come in human form, incarnation, right? Carne. Yeah, you ever had chili con carne? Carnation? Carne just means meat or flesh, right? So chili con carne is with meat, and incarnation is meat in, flesh comes in the world. So the incarnation is that God came into the world, God came into the mess, God came into the human condition, which is pretty messy, to understate the obvious. And now here at Holy Week, we're getting to see that when God came, he didn't come as a great military leader to win a military battle. He came as a humble infant, and oh, shock of shock, oh, scandal of scandals. Not only did he come as an infant born to a poor family, but he walked the ways of his ancestors, fulfilling the law and the prophets of Israel. And that got him condemned to death. Death on a cross, the most vile way to die. So as I was sitting in front of the waterfalls a couple days ago, I was watching the water fall down the falls, and I was thinking about surrender. Surrender is a key idea in Christian spirituality. And I want to unpack the word surrender a little bit. Because imagine a tree branch flowing down that river. It goes wherever the river has it go. It's totally at the whim of the river. Now I know it's probably a bad analogy, but you get me. The branch has no willpower, but that's precisely the point. We're not a branch in a river. We're not just blind objects of fate in a world that pushes us along. We can be. We can just simply go along with the current of the culture. But surrender actually means to hand over. It's not defeat. It is an act of the will. So it's not a resignation so much as an act of the will to choose to do what is good and noble and right and pleasing and just and lovely and kind and beautiful and good. So surrender is not, a Christian understanding of surrender is not just whatever, I'm just being pushed along here, whatever it is, I'll just have to deal with. A Christian understanding of surrender is that I, as a moral agent, I have the ability to choose to do what is good and true and beautiful. and loving and pure, and to go on. Read Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, whatever is pure and noble and right and just. This is a Christian understanding of surrender. We are surrendering to Christ, who is all of those things. And he who, by grace, in those moments where we're challenged to do what is right and noble and good and true and loving. When we stop and as an act of the will, as a surrender of the will, say, Lord, I can't do this, I can't get through this, or I don't know the way through this. Surrender it to Christ, and you will be granted the grace to find your way through it. This is sometimes, well, it's easy to say, it is sometimes very difficult to do. But that is the Christian life of living out of things that are true and noble and just and good in this deeply wounded world. So, why am I thinking about that today? Well, the central mystery of our faith, I guess, comes to a head in the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus says, "Not my will be done, but yours." Jesus is not a passive actor when he goes to the cross. He is actively choosing to do what is right and just and true and pure and good and liberating for all of us by accepting in the most horrendous circumstances freedom. Freedom to do what was his to do for you and for me. Surrender. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful Holy Week as we stand sometimes aghast, sometimes in awe, and hopefully always with a spirit of gratitude as we journey through Holy Week, a time when Christ, who came in human form, was betrayed after he washed the feet of his followers and calls us to do the same. He was betrayed and suffered death, even death on a cross. And through this act of surrender to the will of God, he shows us the way to life eternal through the resurrection. God bless you.